Good morning. Let's have our Love Island FaceTime call. Okay, so here are my thoughts and opinions about last night's episode. Number one, hot, sexy, fat, juicy, and wet. Ariana is so gorgeous. It's like staring at the sun. It's like staring at the sun. And whoever did that wig for her laid it down so perfectly. It looked like it was coming and sprouting out of her skull. It was incredible. So whoever's doing the wigs over there, keep it up because you're doing amazing, sweetie. The whole episode though, when they started getting down to the kinky stuff, I was like, Huda is going to annihilate Jeremiah. Mind you, this is part of the game. This is part of the game, part of the competition, okay? Part of the show. So it's one of those things where it's like, just enjoy it like everybody else is. Like, even people that you're like, oh, okay, like they clearly really like each other, they're still enjoying it. So, like, why can't you two enjoy it as well? Like, just have fun. Like, Jeremiah is correct that Huda is a bit of a hypocrite because she's sitting over there making out with this dude, not being like, no, don't do this to me, please, sir. But Jeremiah over here is getting like wrecked basically for smooching some random chick that he just met. That's a part of the show. Another thing that I really love about this show is I have always loved Love Island the most out of all the dating shows that I have ever watched because I love that they show a lot of in-depth conversations, a lot of deep conversations with the men. Because I feel like a lot of these dating shows, it is almost impossible to like and enjoy the men on these shows because they are so just awful. But on Love Island, they show these conversations with these men that like I feel like we don't get to see a lot of, that are very vulnerable, okay? And I really like that a lot. Like, I love when Nick was talking to Huda and was talking about his experience with donating and helping friends of his be able to have a child. I thought that was so absolutely incredible and amazing and so insightful. And then to see Nick have another conversation with Jeremiah about like the responsibilities of being a parent and what that actually looks like. I thought that was like really cool and very different, and we don't get to see a lot of those types of conversations that men have. And the fact that men are actually even having those conversations, I feel like is something that we all should be seeing. And I could be completely wrong and I could be completely off center. And listen, nobody's perfect. And I understand that, especially men. Men are like dogs and demons. But I will say one thing is that I do like the way that Jeremiah communicates. He tries very hard to not be aggressive. He tries very hard to not to be rude. He tries very hard to see Huda's point of view. He doesn't want to argue. He doesn't want to scream and yell. And I really appreciate that about him. He has a lot more patience than Huda should honestly be allowed at times. Ace can be the sweetest guy in the whole world, and then he can be such a dill hole. Like the way he is with Amaya, I'm like, you need to stop being so rude. Like, I understand the two of you like are not on the same page, and clearly you're never going to be a couple, and clearly you're completely in love with Shelly. But like, could we not be like so rude and so mean? Sometimes you're a little nasty. But the last thing I will say that I love about this show as well is I love that it shows that as long as you are honest and communicate, you can actually get a lot further in relationships and get a lot further with getting away with things when you are being open and honest. And Shelly is a great example of that. Shelly is being open and honest and is not being two-sided, is not giving two different conversations to two different guys. Anything she says to Ace, she says to Austin. Anything she says to Austin, she says to Ace. And to me, I wish more men would understand that they could have open relationships. They could have more than one partner if they wanted to. You have to be communicative. You have to be honest. You have to be upfront. You have to always be communicating. If you can't do that, then you're not going to be able to get those things. But the men, they don't want to do that. They don't want to communicate. They don't want to be honest. They don't want to do these things. It's just one of those things where it's like, just be honest. Like Sierra pointed that out with Nick. It's like, I don't really necessarily care that you made out with, Bella. I care that you didn't tell me that you did that you didn't communicate that with me, and that you just weren't honest with me. Like, we're watching the show. We know what happens on the show. Like, everybody knows we're going to make out with multiple people. Duh. Like, we're fully... And Sierra is very heightened and I think Shelly is too. Very heightened and aware. Which is why I feel like the two of them are the most comfortable with being honest and having honest conversations with their partners and with the other people on the show. is because they know what they're getting themselves into. Whereas like Huda, I feel like I'm like, girl, do you know what show you're on? Like, your man's gonna be making out with people. It just is what it is. If you want to hear more of my thoughts and opinions, you want to chit chat and get, into the details with me about Love Island, you guys can join my Discord right now. Link is in the bio. You can go check that out and chit chat with me live every single day after the episode has aired. Love ya.